Hi everyone, my name is Alan and today we'll talk about WAI-ARIA. HTML5 brought a lot of meaning to the web with semantic tags like header, section, navigation, and WAI-ARIA is another layer of semantics that helps screen readers to understand roles, properties, states, names, so it will give more meaning to your code. Screen readers can't perceive what's happening on the page when something's changing. For example, if you are shopping and adding items and removing items from your shopping cart, screen readers can't perceive that unless you're using ARIA. JavaScript will change everything on the page, will add numbers, will remove things, will show some alert, will even animate things to make sure sighted users won't miss anything. But if you're not using WAI-ARIA correctly, screen readers users will miss everything. It's more like when to start. HTML5 brings enough meaning for a simple and static website, so you start using WAI-ARIA when things start to escalate. So there is some things that you can keep in mind about the correct use of WAI-ARIA that will help you to give more meaning to your code. Don't use semantic tags with rows. For example, the navigation tag with the role navigation. You don't need to use that unless you are coding for Internet Explorer 8. In that case, it won't understand HTML5, so you might need to use that, but it's a very specific situation. For a general rule, you must avoid to use both. This one everybody knows, but what some people don't know is that ARIA hidden attribute don't work with focusable elements like buttons, links, and inputs. So to hide them from screen readers, you must use the tab index -1 because the tab navigation is a browser functionality, so the screen reader will read everything that is focusable. So if you don't want to do that, you must use the tab index -1. So it will remove the focusable element from the navigation tree. Lists are already great for accessibility and screen readers, so you can also name them with ARIA label or ARIA labeled by to give more meaning to your content. As I mentioned before, screen readers can't perceive when something is changing on the page, so you can use the ARIA live assertive to make sure the screen reader will read when something changed, some content is dynamic. And also you can use the role alert with the current alerts, so when the alert pops up on the screen reader will know that it's an alert and will stop everything and say to the user what's going on. This one is because sometimes JavaScript is used to do two things. Is used to add some class like is visible or is active and change some ARIA attribute from false to true, like ARIA expanded from false to truth. My advice here is stop using the isActive class or isVisible class and use only the ARIA attribute to apply the style to hide something or show something. Because if you do that, you make sure that the ARIA attribute will be correctly used. Because sometimes what I saw a lot actually is the JavaScript changing only the class and not changing the ARIA attribute from false to true, for example. And if you do that, if you stop using the isActive, you'll make sure that the ARIA attribute will be correctly used, because it won't work if you don't use it correctly. So that's why. And my last advice is don't be shy. Use WAI-ARIA to convey as much information as you can, and just try to keep it short and meaningful, and that's it. I hope it was helpful, and as always, let's code for everyone. Bye.